All right, there's the sound. There we go. So hello to Reheed, JR, Tara, Yeet Boy, CM, Balkus, Bria, and Janice, and Madam Cherie, and Amber as well, and Darcy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Will Vincent come for me soon? By the way, JR, Jocelyn, I remember you this time. I remembered. Will Vincent come for me soon? CM, no sound. Should have sound now. Yay, okay. I believe that is, we do have a delay between the chat and all that good. There we go. Madam Cherie, thank you so much for joining me. And there you are, Darcy. Hey, will Vincent come for me soon? Well, that is a good question. Joseph, welcome. Mr. Virgo, indeed. It's Diane. Welcome. How are you? It's good to see you. Today we got the Hush Tarot, so we're going to use that for some readings. I love the artistic style on this. It just looks really cool. Hello from across the pond, UK. Well, hello back from Texas. Across the pond in Texas and Boston. Ishtar, I need to reply to your email. I'm sorry. Let me get to your email today. Went to my interview today. Will I get this job? I want to know if I finally be able to move out next month. Will Jay treat me right in a relationship? We have a lot of questions today. Let's find out. Will I be able to move out in the next month? Let's find out about that. That's a good question. That is a good question. So JK, not rowling or rolling. JK wants to know, will I finally be able to move out next month? Let's find out. And of course we'll use the Hush Tarot because it's fancy and new and I love it. It looks so good. It doesn't stick together. It has that nice feel to it. I need to add it to my graphics so you know what tarot it is. But it is the Hush Tarot. Find out if you need to move out, if you'll be able to move out. So yes or no question. I'm pulling like 100 cards, but I do like big spreads, that is for sure. And I like the Hush Tarot because all sorts of interesting symbology on this. This is pretty interesting. Aya, welcome. Hey, how's it going? Excuse me. And Terry Ann Newell, welcome back. Hello. I need some water. And Jocelyn went to the interview today. Hopefully you get that job. All right, so let's find out for JK. If we finally will move out in the next month, we do have the Queen of Cups. So it looks like a decision sort of going your way. And then we have the Three of Wands. So you are going to have some options about moving out. You have some news coming from a particular person about the move out. When you move out, you're sort of relying on other people to move out. So it seems like you're relying on other people. You have several different people that you need sort of to be almost lined up in order for this to happen. One of the people is going to be able to help you, and you have a couple of people that are helping you do that. So the sort of the move, that Three of Wands, that creationism, that ability to go somewhere, the ability to get moving, the ability to have that option looks pretty promising. I don't see any pentacles on here, which makes me think, is this something to where you need money to move out? Obviously, if you didn't need money, you could move out right now, but it seems like there's an issue with money just based upon the question. There could be an issue with money. And the fact that I don't see any pentacles sort of points to maybe that's going to be a bit delayed. I really wish that I could see a pentacle. I do think maybe the situation is being set up so that you can move out, but you do have a couple of different people that are going to be helping you move in that direction, or get moved out, move in that direction. Brianna, hey, how's it going? Marie, welcome. How are you? So you do have a couple of people that are going to be helping you go in that direction. As far as next month, if I saw some pentacles, I really would be confident. Maybe the Nine of Pentacles, or maybe the Chariot show movement, or maybe the Eight of Wands, something that would point me towards either movement or something where you got more money. And again, I'm assuming that you need money in order to move. Otherwise, obviously, you would have already moved. Sid, welcome. It's so good to see you. Junior the Future, hey, how's it going? Sure, ask a question. We pick randomly. Donations obviously get answered first, but Right now we're reading for JK, free reading. We'll finally be able to move out next month. So the basic answer is if you're relying on money, which I think you are, otherwise you would have already moved, I think that's going to be delayed. I think the money situation is going to be delayed. I do see some people helping you and assisting you in getting moved. I see that thing getting moved. And the bird holding the keys in the nest seems to me like you're going to be holding on to the keys. You're going to be holding on to maybe that particular space or maybe that particular spot for a little while longer. Again, I don't see anything money. I don't see anything moving. So it looks delayed. You have help. But other than that, that's how it looks like it goes. This is for entertainment purposes only, by the way. Voodoo Tube, hello. Shakes his happy voodoo stick, hello. How's it going? Miss Election, hey, from Ireland. Hello back from Texas. My boyfriend and I have been waiting since July to move. Okay, so I'm assuming that it's money-wise. Is that why you haven't moved? Sweetie Pie, how do you see a positive change coming my way? Sweetie Pie, thank you so much for joining me. Everyone, thank you for being here. This is really cool. Let's see, Twinkle Tarot, when I'm trying to grow. Love reading about my artist path. My goal being in a gallery this year. Let's tackle that. That's a good question. That is an unusual question, and I like it. HSXS, artist pathway. Let's see, being in a gallery this year. Let's find out if you're going to be in a gallery this year. It's Diane. Thank you so much for the donation. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see, what's a good gallery tarot? Oh, that's right, the Hush Tarot would be a great gallery tarot since it's a painted deck. That would be awesome. We're going to use the Hush Tarot a lot today, so if you're wondering why, because I just got it today, and I am all thrilled about that. Madam Cherie, thank you so much. Your donation as well. Let's tackle It's Diane's question, followed by Madam Cherie, after we figure out about the gallery. Hey, that rhymes. I just made a poem. A poet and did not know it. Oh, the Hierophant, the three of Pentacles. Well, that is the most interesting card in the history of the channel by far. The fact that the Three of Pentacles. Now, where's the traditional Three of Pentacles? That's the one where the people are staring at the work. You remember, right? The 3 and the 8 are work-related ones, but I believe the 3 is the one where people are admiring the work. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, but yeah, I think that you'll be able to get into a gallery this year. I don't think it's going to be a huge, major gallery. I don't see anything like that, but I do think you'll be in a gallery. And the reason I say that is because of the Three of Pentacles. Pretty much the 3 and the 8 of Pentacles are the work cards. There, people are working, people are doing things. And within these work cards, people are admiring the work. And I believe Ishtar, hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for your donation, Ishtar. But the 3 is people admiring the work, people looking at that work. And that's critical for your question because that is an absolute yes. I mean, that's an absolute 100% yes answer to that. Let's see if we can dig up an actual 3. And I wish I had the original Rider Waite here, but I don't think I've ever used that in forever. By the way, I did back that Kickstarter. Yeah, this is going to be a great channel content while I dig through. Anyway, the 3 is people looking at the artwork or people looking at the work. And I do see that being good. The Hierophant sort of being that Taurus or that firm feel, that stable feel of getting your artwork accepted. The Lovers, that feel of people looking at it and really enjoying the artwork. Again, I don't see like a major gallery, but it seems like if you work at it and if you sit and go at it, it's going to be very successful. And we have the 8 of Pentacles too. So we have the 2 work cards where people are staring at things, loving your work, and we have both of them here. You saw me pick the cards randomly. I don't come from the top. So absolute yes, that is the 175% yes. So HX Shimsy, good luck. That is amazing. That is amazing that you got the 3 and the 8. Again, it's Diane. Thank you so much for your donation. It's Diane. Do you have a question? I'm scrolling up, trying to find It's Diane's question. Can you please give me a general reading on finances? There we go. So let's find out about that. You have the 3 and the 8. That's so awesome. ID general reading on finances. All right, let's find out what we want to do for this. I think that's a good golden wheel question. Golden wheel. We're going to use the Hush Tarot again, but not for every reading. I want to have a bit of variety on the channel. That's just me. That's just how I work. And, I got to do a bit of that stuff. By the way, my Oracle is coming in the mail sometime next week, I think, or maybe the week after. I don't know, man. Anyway, when it comes, we're going to do solid streams of nothing but my Oracle deck. So you can get a taste of how it works. And by that time, it will be on Kickstarter, so you can pick one up if you like it. If you like it, you can grab one. All right. So, general reading on finances. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Tower, King of Wands, and the Sword. I really could use another thing here. The Six of Swords and the King of Swords. It's really sort of an option there. On finances, are you working right now? And I ask that because obviously we have the Tower. This is one of the situations to where if you're not working, this would actually be quite a benefit or actually be quite a bit of a boon for you to sort of move into a Tower situation where you're not working. There are several donations here. Yes, there are. Good evening, everyone. Gabriella, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. And Twinkle Tarot, hey, how's it going? All right. So if I'm kind of curious if you're working, we do have that Tower feel. We do have that Tower upset, that Tower change, and it could be something that is going to be beneficial for you. And I say that because we have the Ace of Swords, almost like you're having good news later this year. We have good news. We have somebody coming in and giving you some great news. The Ace of Swords, very positive end for this. And you have the Ace of Cups as well. So you do have multiple opportunities. I think the first opportunity is going to be something that you enjoy doing but doesn't pay too well. And that's the Ace of Cups feel with this particular card, right? The Ace of Cups feel. It's an opportunity or it's a creation almost of something that you can jump in, or something that you can dig, that you can sort of dig your heels or into and really sort of enjoy it, but it's not going to pay that well. We have that Ace of Cups. We don't have an Ace of Pentacles, which would be perfect. Maybe a Three of Pentacles, an Ace of Pentacles, but we used them all. And HX Shemsley's reading the last time, apparently, even though it was obviously a different deck. But we do have something, an opportunity where you can dig in and find something that you can enjoy. Will it pay a ton? Again, I don't see that happening. The Tower sort of means a switch or a swap of the jobs that you're doing or the type of job that you're doing. I think that it's going to be something different. When I say something different, you could, let's say you're in IT, for example. You're working on .NET, okay? You're developing .NET. Now you have an opportunity with, let's say, Angular, or right, Angular or one of these newer technologies. You can dive into Angular and use your experience to get into Angular, and you can still use the .NET, but you're just expanding, or you're doing that Tower where you're just getting a different situation or getting a different type of feel going in through there. And I think that's going to be one of the Tower opportunities that you have in here. But again, we have a leader, a King of Wands. You have a man that's going to sort of bring you into that wand feel, that fire, that action. You have a man that's going to sort of bring you into these opportunities or pull you into these opportunities. And that's going to come after the Tower event or the big change, the different opportunities that you have. Do you want to jump into something like this? I say yes. If you're doing .NET and you want to expand into something that's newer, so let's say Angular, you're going to be able to do that and hop into that and have a really good time. Obviously, there's some learning involved and some change involved and whatnot. But again, I think that's going to be an opportunity that you can sort of get into. And the Six of Swords talks about that journey, the journey through with the boat, the journey with the boat. However, in this particular Six of Swords, by the way, this is totally interesting. This particular Six of Swords, they're looking out. There's no actual journey. So that means that this is going to be an opportunity that you're going to have to sort of evaluate on your own or take a good look at before you jump in. It's not going to be something that you just want to dive into. Again, they're not on that journey like you see with all the other decks. They're taking a look at it and they're sort of pondering the journey. And that's going to be something you're going to have to do, and you're going to have to inform this particular individual that this is, you'll think about it or you'll look at it, and you definitely want to research that. But you do have communication coming. The Ace of Swords, extremely positive as far as this goes. So yeah, that is a general finance reading. I do think you have that opportunity coming. Just sort of keep a watch out. And don't jump into that new opportunity that the man has without researching it first, because definitely sort of how that goes. Voodoo Tube, hey, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. If you have a question, let me know. And Miss Election, did you have a question? Let's see, sort of scrolling up. If not, Miss Election, thank you so much for your donation as well. So, Madam Cherie, let's do that one. MS, let's see, MS wants to know about SM. Okay. MS, tell me about future relationship with SM. Okay, let's find out. This calls for the love screen. It calls for the love screen. Gonna have to do that. What would be a future relationship deck? It would be the Light Seers Tarot. Everybody loves the Light Seers Tarot. This is my new one, by the way. My old one is here, and I will be gifting this in a different stream. So if you would like this, I'll be gifting it in another stream, and I will ship it to you if you're in the U.S. free, and just let me know where you are, etc. But anyway, that's going to be in a different stream, not this particular stream. We'll do that maybe on Saturday night or Friday night or something like that, just to sort of bring some adventure into that particular stream. It seems like it'd be kind of fun. All right. Let's see. Person is lying to me. I have a weird feeling about that. Sid Foley, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. So Madam Cherie wants to know about SM. So let's see. Future relationship with SM. The King of Swords definitely needs another card. Let's grab this one and find the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is making its appearance tonight. Six of Swords wants us to know, but they're actually in the boat in this particular deck. So it looks like you do have a future relationship. So you do have a future relationship with this person. Definite signs here. We have the Journey with the Six of Swords, but it's being pulled. It's almost like that someone else set you up, or someone else is encouraging the relationship to exist. Again, it's being guided. It's being pulled here, as well as being pulled rather fast. You have the boat sort of rocking, sort of getting that lean because it's going a bit too fast almost, or the waves are rocky as well. So the beginning of the relationship could be a rocky situation, or it could be a bit of wavy. It may not be the most smooth sailing adventure that you've had, but again, it's also being encouraged by other people. It's being encouraged by other people to sort of get in a relationship with this particular person. Now, this particular person, as indicated with the owl, is going to be a fairly wise person, or a person that has some stature to them, a wise person, someone that's going to be able to get into the relationship and really sort of enjoy it with you, or they're going to be more mature with relationships, as you can see from the age of the card, as well as the owl sort of indicating that as well. They do look like they have been around. They're not new into relationships. They've been around the mountains. They've been through the mountains. Again, we have sort of that indication, almost like a power line or something. Or no, I'm sorry, power line. It sort of looks like a power line, but it's a sword. Obviously, the King of Swords with the different swords. But we do have that stability and things like that, and that maturity and that wisdom as well. So I think that SM would be a good match with those particular qualities. So the Eight of Pentacles points to that the relationship will require some work. It's not going to be a freebie. It's not going to be a soulmate. It's not going to be anything to where everything just magically works out. You're going to have to put in the Eight of Pentacles work. But that does bring about stability. You're going to put in the work, but in return, you get a reward. The 8, in return, you get a reward from that work. That 8 is a stable thing, and that 8 also is a pretty good relationship number, as well as we're sort of moving out of the 7 towards the 9. The 9, would that be amazing? Much better? Well, maybe, but, the 8 is going to suffice, and I think the 8 is going to be there. And again, we sort of have our back turned to this. You're going to have to put in the work, and you're going to have to sort of ignore some pieces about SM, some of the factors about SM that you see that may be sort of concerning. If it's nothing that's alarming, just sort of let it slide. Let it slide. Everybody has a negative aspect to them once you get to know them. Everyone has that bad news, but it's not going to be bad news. It's just going to be something that makes them imperfect. So walk into the situation knowing that they are going to be imperfect. you're going to be turning your back to some of those factors. Obviously, if it's alarming, that's going to be totally different, but everybody's imperfect. Let's see, I have tons of things wrong with me. I'm a bit OCD, but in a relationship, people just sort of ignore my OCD and they let me do my OCD things. That's just how it goes. But that is the Eight of Pentacles. That's sort of that back turn to some of the negative aspect or putting the work into it, sort of adjusting as things go along. Two of Wands, it does have good potential. Two of Wands, that dominion, that crossing of the two wands, as you see in the Thoth, and that very strong stabilization force we have coming from fire. That stabilization force is coming from fire. Anyway, so yeah, the Ten of Wands, again, could go bad later. We do have the Ten of Wands. It could be a bit of a burden. Some of the factors that you turn your back to back in the Eight of Pentacles could come back to haunt you. And the Eight of Wands, or the Ten of Wands, we could have a bit of a burden later, but who cares? You want to tell your future relationship, there you go. Everything's looking good. Just be prepared. Maybe this is not going to be the one. Maybe this is not going to be a soulmate relationship. Maybe that burden, once it hits or once it starts stabilizing and you see what it is in full, could be a bit too much. But until then, just have the relationship, get through the honeymoon period and enjoy it. And all sorts of good stuff. Karen, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Brianna, how are you? Check it out. I've heard so much about it. King of Swords looks like The Witcher. Yeah. All right. So who do we have next? We have MS. We have Ishtar. Ishtar, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate your donations. Let's see. Ishtar wants to know. Let's see. Is Avalo a sincere person or is he lying? All right. You have a weird feeling? Well, that could be alarming. All right. Brianna, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. You're awesome as always. Let's see. So what is a good weird feeling deck? We got to get out of the love screen. Sorry. What is a good weird feeling deck? I'm thinking the Dark Mansion Tarot. The Dark Mansion Tarot would be a good weird feeling deck. All right. Now, before you make a determination if he's lying or not, this is for entertainment purposes only. Never make a relationship decision based upon a random dude reading cards on YouTube. Just use your better judgment. Use your better judgment. All right. But let's find out if this person is lying and we got the weird feeling going on. I always hate that. You're talking to somebody and there's something just odd. There's something just odd. Jenny, hey, how are you? Well, I reunite with a person from my past. Thank you so much for your donation, Jenny. We'll get to you right after a couple questions before you. This is going to be fun. We have that weird feeling donation, weird feeling thing going on here. Let's find out what is happening. All right, again, entertainment purposes only. Before I say if they're lying or not, don't make any relationship decisions based upon a random dude reading random cards. Five of Swords, defeat. So that's an interesting start for that one. We have defeat, and then we have a load of majors. And you saw me, I picked it random. I don't pick from the top. I picked totally random. We have three majors, and then we have the Two of Wands. That's sort of the stabilization, the dominion thing, using our intuition to sort of figure that out. Yeah, there's something off. There's something off with the Hanged Man going into the moon. We need to use that moon. We need to use our intuition to sort of scrape up the pieces of what happened in the Hanged Man. There's some information coming along from the Hanged Man that's not quite right or not quite as truthful or as full of information as it could be. Something is definitely being held back. Something is being held back. All right, so we lie for three different reasons. We lie to save money, save face, or save our butt, right? So you sort of have to figure out why, if they're lying or if there's some BS being shoveled in your direction. If that's the case, not saying it is, then you need to figure out why that would be the case. Would it be, are they trying to save some money? Are they trying to save face? Maybe there's something embarrassing. Maybe there's something that they need to hide. Maybe there's something that's just not quite right. A lot of times, you'll meet somebody and you'll exaggerate a little bit about yourself or what have you. If it's something like that, that's going to be just a natural type of thing. And again, lying to save face in that particular situation. I don't think they're going to be lying to save their self in this situation. It sounds like you're just communicating and the person is not sincere, maybe all of that. Henny Penny, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. So, but yeah, we have a lot of indicators that there's some missing information, that there's some information coming across that's not quite right. The first indicator is going to be defeat. It's like the person has been defeated or the person has been deflated. A lot of times you'll come in and you'll try to present yourself. Hey, I'm Tarot Oracle, and you just got out of a really bad situation, or you just got out something totally embarrassing. I had a conference call at work one time. I was on a call, and I did not mute. My phone had a mute button, but yeah, that didn't work. Turns out that phone had a bug to where the mute button didn't work. And of course, I made a humorous comment about the meeting, and everybody heard it. So yeah, that was bad. So yeah, defeat. You could be looking at a situation like that, where the person feels deflated, the person feels defeated, and they're just coming out of a low point, and they're trying to communicate with you, and they're trying to figure out how to deal with that. They try to figure out how to deal with that, and it's hard. So have some compassion or have some understanding if a person is lying. Why are they lying, and what benefit would it bring to them to do that? The Hierophant with the Hanged Man, again, they have a different perspective on the situation as well. The Hanged Man could mean that they see the situation like this, but they communicate it to you like that, right? So they see it this way, but they're communicating to you that way. So it's like the game that you play when you're a child, where you whisper a secret to the person next to you and they whisper the secret to the person next to them. And by the time it gets to like the sixth or seventh person, it's totally different. So you could be looking at that with the Hanged Man. They see the information differently than you do, and they're conveying the information differently than you do as well. So, but again, if the person's not quite truthful, find out why, be compassionate, try to understand their situation, try to understand why they would do that, and just approach it like that. Don't approach it with a hammer and be like, oh, lie. But, again, I'm not saying they're lying. Entertainment purposes only, by the way. I'm just saying that if they do have a situation where they're conveying information not quite like you expected, try to have some understanding with that. The Moon, use your intuition to walk into this and understand more about the situation. You can really use your intuition when you talk to people and tell that they have all the indicators of not being truthful. And the Two of Wands, I think it'll work out. I don't think the situation is something to where they're trying to cheat you or something like that. I think the Two of Wands being that strong crossing of the two fire elements, the stabilization within the two, I think that everything will work out. I don't think this is something to where they're trying to, they're going to rip you off or have something bad about. Anyway, I was about to hammer him too. Yeah, don't do that. People have a reason for exaggerating something. People have a reason for approaching information differently. They could, again, they could be trying to legitimately rip you off, but I just don't see that as being the case here. I don't see that as being something like that. So just approach that, with a little compassion, understanding. Obviously, don't get screwed, but, approach that and be cautious, obviously. All right. Spiritual Guidance 411. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's see. SG 411 wants to know love reading with current boyfriend Pete and future love reading. That calls for the love screen. That calls for the love screen for sure. Impresses in a love partner. Always trying to impress. Indeed. Some people just like to be impressed. All right. Let's do regular cards. Let's do regular cards. Everybody loves regular cards. I always get a comment that, can you read with regular playing cards? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. For example, so see, that's the 3. So we could read that as being a 3, but then we could also pull it off and say that maybe it's a 10 or something like that. I don't know why people trust me with cards. But yeah, anyway, so okay, there that is. All right, so let's read with some playing cards and find out about love reading with current boyfriend and the future. See what's happening with all of that. I am not cheating. I promise you I'm not cheating. Twinkle Tarot, thank you for the like. I greatly appreciate it. If you have not liked, please hit like and subscribe. It helps me out, obviously, because I'm on YouTube. So I greatly appreciate all the likes and all the subs and all of that good stuff. All right. So let's find out here. So the Queen, we have that Queen element sort of coming in. Love reading with current boyfriend. I do think that you're pretty attached to this person. You're pretty attached to this person. I think this person is going to be pretty important to you. And yes, obviously they are important to you because they're currently your boyfriend. But I think this is an important person in your life. It's somebody that you can really sort of have in that long-term memory. Somebody that's going to be there. Somebody's going to be sort of reliable for it. We have a lot of these great cards within here as well, sort of pointing to the fact that you have some weird things sort of coming, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But we do have that Queen. You have that stability. You have that that sort of trust in this person. You have that connection. You have that communication with this person and whatnot. So the 6 is pointing at changes. I believe there's changes coming. So you're asking about the future. Love reading with the current boyfriend coming in the future. You have some changes coming. The 6 points to that. Not only because of the card, because this is a very common magic trick, by the way, to where you switch the 6 with another card. So we're reading beyond the tarot. We're reading with not only that, but magic history as well. So it's called WOW, W-O-W. You want to look it up. It changes 6 of hearts to something else. It's a big gimmicky thing. I had like 4 of them. Anyway, I do think you have changes coming, not only because of the magic trick, but the 6 is that sort of sharing and the giving, and I think we're moving into something different with the 2 aces. So let's talk about this. The first ace is going to be something action related. This is going to be something action related. It's almost like that this person wants to either go do something different, or not different as in they want to break up. They want to do something unusual and different and fun. Maybe a trip. Maybe something's coming with opportunities. Maybe this person is thinking about moving with you or going somewhere with you. It's almost like a trip. And I say that because of the 2 aces going into the 7. The 7 pointing to taking something back from the trip, bringing something back from the trip. So again, there's a lot of changes coming. There's some changes going on. So I mean, you do have a bit of that. So if you're prepared for the changes, that's going to be okay. They're definitely coming. You say, I feel like he's hiding something. I think there's some stuff going on. I think there is some unusual things going on and unusual things about to happen. And I do think you're in for some updates in the relationship. This is almost like a tower moment for me. Some movement of the relationship, some not really turmoil, but different things are coming. So be prepared for a variety of different things to be coming. Again, sort of almost that tower moment, that tower feel with 2 aces in a row, sort of hitting, be prepared for that. And at the end, I think there's something is going to be taken away. It's almost like, again, you go on a trip together, or again, something happens that rocks the relationship. And again, something is taken away, something is removed. So that's just how that goes as far as the cards are concerned. That's as far as it goes, as far as the cards are concerned. Yes, the magic tricks. Let's see, let's do a false cut. There we go, false cut. And another false cut. Yeah, and another false cut. Like that. Anyway. Too many years doing all of that stuff. I don't know if he wants to live together. I don't know. Be prepared for changes. Changes are coming, just like the song says. Let's see. Miss Election, did you have a question? I'm looking for Miss Election's question. I'm not just sitting here, I swear. And Miss Election, I do not see your question. If you had a question, let me know. Voodoo Tube. You have one. Guidance on career. All right, and Voodoo Tube. Okay, contribute a little. Thank you so much, Voodoo Tube. I appreciate it. So Miss Elections wants some guidance on career. Let's see. And then we have, will a job prospect work out? And then we have a couple of questions after that. Power. Cool. All right, so Let's see, who was that? That was Miss Election wants guidance on career. Okay, cool. So let's do that. So ME, guidance on career. All right, find out about guidance on career. Let's find out. We'll use the, not the love screen. We'll use the, let's see, where to go. This Might Hurt Tarot. This is a good thing for This Might Hurt Tarot. How's weather in Vegas? Sid, how is weather in Vegas? I assume you're asking Brianna. All right, let's find out. Las Vegas since 5 p.m. Yep. Vegas is a fun place for sure. That was a highly entertaining place to be. Very entertaining. Guidance on career. I assume you want to find out what's happening with your job, or you want to, I'm not really sure. Let me know what you want. You want like what guidance on what career path to choose? Or are you wanting a guidance on what job to take? Or let me know a little bit more. Ashley, welcome. It's good to see you. Let's see, Natasha, welcome as well. Take some water here. All right. 30s here in North Carolina. Okay, so guidance in career. As far as the career goes, I do think you have, let's see, I'm assuming that you're working now and you're looking at where to go for career, or you're working now and you're looking at different opportunities or where to sort of head to as far as that's concerned. I think that you have a lot of different factors trying to sort of coming together at once. You have a lot of different factors coming together at once. It seems that you're good at a lot of different things, and which is good news and bad news. One of those, you're good at a variety of things and you're not really sure which path to take, or a lot of different people are guiding you in certain paths and you're not sure which one to take. All sorts of interesting things sort of coming out of that. And the devil in this particular case sort of points me to that there's enough options to where it's going to be a bit confusing. You need to sort of settle on the one that you think would make you the best career choice or the best move as far as money is concerned. Obviously, getting the money settled, and then sort of chasing your dream within that realm, if that makes sense. A lot of times we're good at, let's say I'm good at drawing, I'm good at computers, I'm good at magic. You sort of try all of that out in a casual style. I tried magic out in sort of a casual style, and it didn't look like it would be something where I could make a living at it. I tried art out, and it didn't look like something I could make a living with it. But again, those are two passions. Computers, I could make a living with it. This is something that I wanted to sort of wander through and figure out all of this stuff and try it out and figure out which one would be the best. And as far as money was concerned, as far as what would pay, what would be the most beneficial to me in the long run, ended up being the computer route. So the devil points you to a lot of different choices, figure out which one to make. The Seven of Wands, you're going to have to sort of shop the competition out in the career. Shop them out. Get maybe a mentorship with someone, or get some guidance with someone to where you can sort of get into that career and see the ins and outs of it quick. And let me rephrase this. A lot of times we'll get a career and we'll think, okay, I need to go to school for 6 years, 5 years, 4 years, whatever, and then I'm going to do this career. And by the time you get out of school, you realize the career may not be something that you enjoy. And you'll have that a lot with people that get like maybe a degree in something and then they realize they hate it once they actually get into it. So mentor. Get with somebody and mentor that job and have them tell you the worst things about it. Have them tell you all the challenges that you're going to be facing. Look around and see how, if they're happy or are they miserable. Look around to see how many job postings are for that particular thing. So if you have something that you're really good at and there's only 20 job postings, but something else you're good at and there's 5,000 job postings, the method is pretty clear as far as which direction to sort of chase. But again, you want to mentor, you want to find out the worst things about that particular path before you dive all in. So find out all the bad things before you dive all in. Flame Bow, Tarot and Healing, hello. Laura, hello, how are you? And the Five of Cups sort of points to the career that you're going to end up with may not be the biggest passion of yours. You may be super passionate about this, but the realistic career may not be as passionate or may not be something that you're as passionate with. But I think it's going to work out. The magician, the master of your tools. I think once you get that opportunity to get into the particular spot, you do the mentorship, you find out the worst parts about it before you get into it, and you pursue that, and just sort of fall in love with it. Don't let the work get in the way of falling in love with it. I think you'll be okay. The magician points to, again, the mastery of your tools, the ability to get in there and really sort of dig into it, and everything will be cool. Cappy Lady, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. We got a lot of cool people here. So that hopefully that makes sense. Miss Election, thank you for your donation, by the way. Let's see. So Sid wants to know, will my job prospect be the job that I want? Let's find out. CF, will job prospect become new job I need? Will the job, so you have a job prospect and you want to know if that's going to come across as something that's going to be awesome for you. I hope so. I hope so, Sid. I hope so, my friend. We'll use the Thoth. I like the Thoth. I do like the Thoth. Someone did ask, how do you read with the Thoth, since it's very obvious if it's upside down or not? I just throw the cards down and read. I have no complex thing that I do, or no complex. I'm not a complex person. I'm just OCD. I'm OCD. Brianna, speaking of OCD, how is the OCD Virgo date go? Let us know. Let us know. The bit controlling Virgo. I believe that describes us all, by the way. The bit controlling Virgo. Okay, let's find out. Let's turn that off. Okay. So we're sort of diving into this. Sid, will new job prospect be the one that you need? You know, Virtue being the first card out of the box. The first card out of the box is looking good. Victory being the next card out of the box. Well, after planting the seeds, being the Taurus. So this is sort of the reseeding guy. He has all of the pods. And this is why I dislike a lot of the Thoth clones. They don't represent this correctly. But he has all of these seeds, and he's going into, and he has sort of almost this globe feel of the master of the world, or holding on to the world, and populating with the seeds, or spreading the seeds out into that. And that sort of points me, if you're doing a job reading with this, by the way, not only with the Taurus field and the stability, but the seeds, talks about networking. If you're doing a job thing and networking, it means to follow up with the prospect, the job prospect, follow up with them and find out what they need, get information on the company, go all the usual job things, get information on the company, go in with information on the company and have something to say. So if you're going into Microsoft, for example, you would already know the basics of the IT department that you're applying for, and you would ask specific questions that would make sense for that department and things like that. Obviously, job things. Do the work, do the networking, do the work, and follow up with them and make sure that you're still on the list. Make sure that this is something that you're interested in, because Virtue is just such a wonderful, beautiful card coming straight out of the wands. And this is also the 3. We're talking about the creation aspect and the sun inside of Aries, that create not only that, but the creation aspect combo that we have here. By the way, if you're wondering, we're talking about the 2 of Wands right here, the 2 of Wands, and that Aries feel. In other words, go get it, go master it, go chase it, a lot of different things. And Virtue being with the petals, the flowers of being, this is going to be a good opportunity for you. It's going to be something that's going to be, that you really will enjoy. And that red feeling, go chase it, go make sure that you do that. Do the networking. It's going to have the stability that you need in this particular job is there. And then we follow after that with Victory. Victory is such a beautiful, beautiful card coming straight out of this, if you want to see that as well. Here we go, as the Jupiter coming out of there into Leo. Leo points us to make a show or make a demonstration of yourself as to what you can do. I think you can show off here. We have the opportunity to show off here. We have that Jupiter, that expansion in Leo that you can show off, that you can really show your skills and be comfortable here, not only with the stability, but the being able to shine a lot with there. And we just have nothing but positive here. We got ruin at the end, but whatever, it's upside down. I don't care. This could point to a lot of different factors. It could point to, sort of a delay getting into the job. It could point to a bunch of different things. But ruin being here really doesn't ruin the rest of the spread. It's being overpowered by such extreme positivity before the ruin card even gets in there, and it's upside down, so it's delayed, or a bunch of different things. So, yeah, so you're an Aries. Yep, I remember you mentioning that before. You told me in a reading last year I would start a relationship around summer 2020 with my Virgo, who would be more controlling than I like. My response was, can I prevent it? So, can I prevent it? You can always prevent a relationship. It's easy. You just tell them where to go, in not a good way. Let's see. All right, job prospect. Sid, let us know how that job goes. That was such a great set of cards, Sid. That really was. Brianna, question below. Looking for a job soon. Would it be wise to stay at my current job? All right, let's find out. BS wants to know. Stay at a current job? At a current job. That's fine. Thanks. Oh, you do. Thank you so much. And we have a person for the past, and then we have love reading and guidance. So we're going to wrap this up after the next 3 questions. I know I'm putting that up way too early, but I do have to go here in a few. Been going for almost an hour. This is fun. So basically, looking for a job, wise to stay at current job. Okay, so let's find out what is a good current job deck. I think that we just use the thought. Let's not use that. Oh, let's use the Hush Tarot. Let's use the Hush Tarot. We've already used it twice, but I like it. And it's new. It's new. I really like it. Oh, I didn't change my music. You're going to hear the music from yesterday. I'm sorry. At the ending screen. So let's find out with the Hush Tarot. I think I just only want to read with this for like the next week. I'm serious. Okay, should you stay at the current job? Interesting, the Queen comes back with the keys. Queen comes back with the keys. The 5 of Cups. We have a bunch of different 5s. Yeah. It looks like you may have some challenges launching into sort of looking for this other job. We do have a couple of indicators that we have challenges. Mainly the 5 of Pentacles. Not really a good ending. Not really a good ending for looking out or reaching out for other opportunities. The 5 of Pentacles obviously being them outside the church in the Rider-Waite-Smith thing and all that other stuff. Not really looking good as far as looking at the other jobs. Staying at the current job looks like it's going to be the better solution, but we do have the 9 of Pentacles sort of looking at the current job. The 9 of Pentacles being just a great thing. And I know you said that your job currently has the ability to be sort of flexible as far as how you work and all these other things. G.A. Peach, welcome. It's good to see you. Let's see. So it's going to be interesting to sort of move into this 9 of Pentacles space with your current job. And again, I remember they've given you advantages, and how you could work. And it was close. I think you said it was close by and a bunch of other things. So one of those things where it looks like it'd be better just to stay there and to sort of be solidify there as well. And we sort of have the Queen feel with the Queen of Cups. An interesting, almost a sword-like quality with the Queen's headdress and the bird's nest in there. In other words, making your nest there. You already have a nest there. You already have your connections there. You already have people that you know and stuff like that. Obviously, look for other jobs, but if you're just looking at how the cards read, this being at the end, again, points to staying probably would be a better solution. Reaching out does have a couple of different things, but the keys or the opportunities associated look like they have some baggage almost associated with them, some baggage. And that's why you see the 5 of Cups, sort of that abandonment of a job, and it would be a heavy emotional hit, as well as it'd be kind of interesting to see if you could actually come back or not. But we do have the 2 Cups. not looking that great once we move into the 5. We do have the homelessness, desolate feel, and the good news about being flexible with your current job, and et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, hope that resonates. Let me know. Angelina Luna, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. And now we'll go to Jenny. Jenny wants to know, will I reunite with a person from my past, a Virgo? Oh, is it a semi-controlling Virgo? We all want to know. Will I reunite with Virgo? And you're a Scorpio. All right, let's find out. What would be a good reunite thing? It would be the love screen. Yeah, it'd be the love screen. I'm going with the pre-Raphaelite tarot. We have not used this in a bit. This is such a beautiful deck too. So you want to get back with the Virgo. Get back with the Virgo. In Las Vegas, flexible. Can bring my dog. Yeah. That is nice. If you can bring your pet to work, that's a nice situation. That's a beautiful situation. But yeah, I mean, there's that thing. I know you said that you wanted more money, and I know you said that you were sort of shopping around for all of that and whatnot. But yeah, as far as the cards go tonight, it looks like that. Yeah, that five ending was sort of the kicker ending that I didn't really want to see in a pretty thing. Huda, welcome. It's good to see you. All right. Whew. What are we sort of looking at here for reuniting with a Virgo? We have a lot of weird cards. This is a weird reading. Why is that there? Well, I mean, okay. Why would the High Priestess be there? We'll sort of wing this and say about reuniting with a Virgo. I have absolutely nothing that would point to a definitive answer, but we're going to sort of derive an answer, I guess, good or bad. We'll derive an answer out of here. The first thing is going to be we're going to use the card interactions, and one of those is going to be sort of this protection, and hiding our face from the rest of the reading, or hiding our face from the future. Is this somebody that you really want to reunite with? And I ask that because that is a very protected situation that this person is in. Not only are they heavily armored and guarded with sword in hand, but they're also holding a shield. Not only holding it, but holding it up at their face. And this points me to, are you really interested in reuniting with this person? Is this sort of something you just want to go through the motions? Is this somebody that you're really looking forward to reuniting with? Again, obviously everyone has reasons that they broke up and all of that stuff. So Jenny says, we were getting to know each other and the lies broke it off abruptly. Yeah, again, you're sort of avoiding it almost, or you're sort of being overly protected from this relationship. So it is possible. We have this beautiful card here. It is possible for this to happen. So will you reunite? You can reunite. That door is definitely open in many respects from this. It's going to take a bit of reorientation with the lies that you heard before. So the Hanged Man, again, we've had this twice tonight, and both times it's almost pointing towards lies, because you did just say that we had a bunch of different lies, a bunch of different things going on, and the Hanged Man points me to maybe those are still there. Have you eliminated those being there? If those are still there, you could run into the situation again to where you're back at square one and you just wasted a lot of your time. So yeah, I can see you're not really looking forward to it. It's pretty obvious with that. You do have that possibility. There is that possibility. Sure, the world is here. You do have that. That is there. Again, are you ready for the lies again? How do you know the lies aren't going to be there? Have any of you talked about resolving the lies, or have you figured out a way to not have that introduced? Again, if you have the poison in the well, is the poison still going to be in the well once you drink from it again? You definitely have to find out and determine that. So see, overall, again, we're looking at the Ace of Pentacles. This is going to be something that you're going to look to not really from a romantic perspective. It's almost like If we had an Ace of Cups or a Two of Cups down here, I would say, sure, this looks like a good opportunity for a relationship. I think it's going to be pretty good relationship once you get all this other stuff figured out. But the Pentacles points me to almost like you're trying to just go through the motions. You're just going through the motions of getting into a relationship. And because maybe it's comfortable. Maybe it's something that you can rely on because you know the person. It's something that you can get into and you already know all the disadvantages and the advantages, and therefore you can sort of move in but the relationship looks like you're just going through the motions. It doesn't look like it's just this big, passionate, loving, awesome thing. It just looks like I'm going through the motions of being in a relationship. And that's really sort of where we're pointing to with the Ace of Coins, unfortunately. So, I mean, again, that is an odd spread for a relationship. I almost feel like getting off the love screen and going back to the regular screen. But yeah, let's see. Does it count if you unsubscribe and resubscribe? All right, let's see. So we're doing, thanks for all you do. Thank you so much, Henny Penny. You are wonderful. I greatly appreciate it. Cappy Lady, love reading guidance. All right, let's do Cappy Lady, and then we're going to wrap up. We've been going for over an hour. I'm here every night. If you don't get your question tonight, I'll be here tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, until I'm taking the Super Bowl off. But other than that, I'll be here for the rest of the year. Okay, so Cappy Lady. And we do have 2 on the weekends. CL, love reading guidance. Okay. Let's see, are you in a relationship now, CL? Love reading guidance. And since it's the last reading of tonight, we're going to use the Hush Tarot. We're just going to do it. I need to shuffle, though. I've used this thing over and over. I had 3 readings before I even started the stream. So this has been well used tonight. I love this deck. Such a beautiful deck. Such a great deck. I won't do any magic tricks with it, I promise. I won't do any magic tricks with the Hush Tarot. I like artsy decks. So I did back 3 different Kickstarters. So I'll make a video on the different Kickstarters I'm backing and why I'm backing them. I did remove a backing from one of the Kickstarters because they had booster packs. Why would you do booster packs for tarot cards? I have no idea. What a booster pack is, if you're not familiar with it, is you get random cards. So you're paying for random cards and hoping for something decent inside the random cards. What a terrible idea. I did not like that at all. You're in a relationship and you want guidance with this relationship. Is that a correct assumption? Is that a correct assumption, Cappy Lady? Let me know, because we have the 3 of Cups. What a wonderful card. What a wonderful card. Yeah, what a great card. This is just success with love. This is moving into that space to where you're comfortable with love and where you're getting into a space that you can really sort of relax finally. A lot of love is work, right? You get that honeymoon period and it's not any work at all, but then you sort of get out of the honeymoon period and now you're in the work. So I think that that's going to be less work than you anticipate, and I think that it's going to be better maybe than you're anticipating as well. Looking good. The 3 is very, very positive as far as that's concerned. And it's also sort of that creation of a higher relationship or creation of a tighter relationship with this person to where you can really sort of start sharing things about yourself. You can really move into that space where you're just comfortable talking about yourself. You're comfortable being with that person. And it's just sort of a natural thing to be with that person. And it's not really that difficult. And then we have 3 majors. You saw me pick randomly out of the deck. I don't pick off the top. We have 3 majors, meaning this is going to be an excellent relationship. All the majors are great. I do see almost like the 2 of you are either living together or going to move in together. The Chariot pointing to that movement. The Chariot pointing to that moving around together type feel that we have as far as the relationship guidance. So sort of be prepared to either move or, if you're not living together, be living together. We do have the ending being the Chariot, and it's very positive, very good feel. Again, we have a lot of majors here. So this is going to be a long-term relationship. It's going to be a long-term relationship. We have a lot of majors. This is a significant thing, and it is just a great thing overall. Judgment points me to make sure that you have the balance. In other words, make sure that you're getting what you need out of the relationship. You need to have that open communication with the relationship and make sure that you get your needs met as well. Make sure that they understand what you expect out of the relationship and sort of do that bargaining process that we all go through once we get into a relationship, to where, I'm not going to be, used. But again, I'm not going to be overly, I'm not going to be the one doing all the work, all the dishes, or, you know what I'm saying? There's that balance, that judgment balance that you have inside a relationship. Make sure that you achieve that and make sure that you're comfortable that you're getting what your needs met. If you're not, communicate. Communicate, make sure that they know what you expect out of the relationship and whatnot, and go through that bargaining process to sort of get into that. The moon points to the cycles, the things going around, the cycles, the everyday cycles. Make sure that you're happy with those cycles. Make sure that if you need a different type of day-to-day environment, and when I say with cycles, for example, so I come home and the last relationship I was in, I cleaned the litter box and my partner did the dishes. I hate dishes. I'd rather clean the litter box, and they hated the litter box. They'd rather do the dishes. So we worked it out. And it was that cycle, the things we do when we come home. Make sure that you work that out as well. So like I just did, right, with the litter box and the dishes, work it out. Keep that communication open. Keep everything fair with the judgment. Make sure you're not being used. Make sure you're not being the only one doing a lot of different things. But the Chariot, expect to either live together or be moving around together. Could be a lot of movement involved, with the Chariot being the ending points me to that may be a big factor coming, right? They may be moving around. They may have to move, and you may have to move to a different place. So just be aware of that. Anyway, thank you all for joining me tonight. I greatly appreciate it. My Oracle deck coming in 10 days. By the way, if you like these, including Brianna's beautiful cat. Oh, look at that. Put it over here. Whoa. Hit it behind the mountains. Don't do that. Anyway, this coming in 10 days. If you like these, please go to that link and keep an eye out for the Kickstarter beginning. Thank you so much for watching me tonight. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So if you didn't get your question answered, come back. And weekends, I'm here twice as much. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
Shooting me with words, but I won't let them bruise. Even though it hurts, I won't show it to you. 'Cause it will ricochet, I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you. Let me tell you, not because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. And even if you're trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. I don't know how you fall asleep at night, knowing that your words are hurtful, it's just not right. Not because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. Like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet. trying